guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, then welcome. In this video, we're going to do the layout for my November 2020 bullet journal, but as always, let's do a flip through of last month's first. So if you remember, I did a black and white kind of spooky witchy theme. Filled a lot of stuff out this month. I really kept up with stuff, added pictures. Most of what's on my day-to-day is the Drawloween that I participated in, which you can check out on my Instagram. So November's bullet journal theme is an homage to this store that we have around here. It's a chain. I think there's something like going on 12 stores. I love the artwork on their buildings, and if you hit me up on Instagram, I'll tell you what it is, but I don't really know the rules with saying what it is on here. So I've got some cute rainbows and clouds and random eyes, and little space themes. I don't know, it's all over the place, but I really like it. It's also kind of an unusual color scheme for me, but I think it's really cute. I always link all of the colors and pens that I use in the description box below the video. So all of the colors for that will be there. You'll notice that the darker blue and the darker purple, they are very dark in the video. They're a little bit lighter in person. The purple ends up looking almost black on video, but it is purple. And they were new, so the dark blue was very wet for some reason, and it did kind of go through a little bit. I cannot wait to start my new journal in January. Not that this one hasn't been lovely, but I have a really nice one for next year, and I'm very excited about it. Plus, if you're a stationery lover like me, you love starting new notebooks. I cannot tell you how hard it has been to not open it. It's still in the package that it was shipped in, and I got it in July, and I'm not opening it up until December, and that has been very difficult for me. But I wanted to open it up on camera for you guys, and I didn't want to be tempted to mess around with it. So it's just sitting there on the shelf being shiny and beautiful and beckoning me. Ahead of time would like to say, please bear with me. I had a really hard time filming this. My camera kept shutting off on me, and it was a real mess. But I did what I could. I think I got it together pretty well. I did, you'll see, make some mistakes while I'm filling it in for you too, so good times. I made it work. Side note, let me know what you think of the music that I found for this. I try to find music that matches the kind of vibe of my video, so let me know if you think that this matches the vibe of my video. After I got it all colored in, I wasn't sure I really wanted to outline it in black like I usually do. Kind of wanted to outline it in white, but you could see all of the pencil lines because some of these colors are so light, so I kind of had to go in with black, but I actually ended up liking it. And I did add some white detail in that I cut out of the video because I did not like the way that it came out, so turns out, good idea not to try to outline everything in white. finally on to the next page, which is one of my favorites. It's very busy. I got lots of little clouds at the top for the day of the week, as well as the fun QI thing. There's a couple of different rainbows, there's some pyramids, and then mushrooms. If some of you remember, that was one of the options I gave for you guys to vote on for my bullet journal theme for September, was like a mushroom theme, but that's not what you guys chose, and I'm not mad at that because the other one came out super cute, but I had to throw some into this one. Have any of you noticed my mistake on this page yet? Anybody? Keep watching, I'll point it out to you. This theme, while really cute and fun, was a lot to color in. So there's a lot of space here where, I mean, I don't even know what to say over it. So I hope you don't get bored. But hey, while we're here, what should I do for December's theme? Because I don't really like to do like super cutesy Christmassy things. Last year I did like a black, white, and red, and I did like, I think they're dogwood trees, the white trees with the black on them, and then my font was like American Horror Story font, which was pretty fun to write. So I can't do that again, but I don't know. Give me some ideas. Alright, so now I've outlined everything, and I'm going to go in and fill the numbers out on the calendar as I do. Ooh, look, a Friday the 13th this month. How fun. Oh, and look at that. I missed the last day of the month. But it's too late to go back now because I already colored everything in, so I'll just have 29 days in November. Anyways, moving on to the next pages, I've got my usual faves and memory pages. I did a fun little font. The font was hard to find, and hard to find one that I could do, but it doesn't have a name for me to tell you. It's just kind of, everything's kind of bubbly and squished together. But I kind of like how this came out. I ended up liking the orange that I used for all the lettering. It really gave it that good vibe that I was looking for. Going in and outlining everything, and look, I messed up the poor S. I'm sorry, S. You didn't deserve this from me. Alright, next pages are some new and different pages for me. I decided not to do the usual trackers that I've been doing the last couple months because I have been doing a good job just sticking to them and not really needing to mark them off. So I'm going to do a socials tracker for all the social medias that I use on a regular basis, and just basically mark off every time that I upload onto one of them, so that way I can make sure I'm active on all of them and not just like be on TikTok for a month straight but not post anything to Instagram, you know? So that's what the first one is. And then I brought my mushrooms back for the design. This time I did my letters in yellow. And I didn't really use too much blue on this page because I knew with the planets on the next page I was going to do a lot of blues and purples. So the next page is completely new. I've never done a page like this before, and actually I've never done a socials page like that either, but I have done a socials page before. Anyways, So this one I did partially because I just had an extra page before the layout began, but also now I'm really excited to use it. So I'm going to use each planet, one for breakfast, one for lunch, and one for dinner, and just write down like solid meals that are easy to make. We usually have stuff on hand, or might be really cheap to make, just for all of those nights where you're sitting there and you're like, what do you want for dinner? I don't know. What do you want for dinner? Well, I can just go to this page and be like, oh, hey, baked potatoes. That's a good idea. Let's make that for dinner. Just so that there's something there and we don't have to like sit and think and argue about it. So I'm really hoping that helps next month. As you can see with the lettering on the top of this page, I used the blue, which is really dark, and when I colored in the word meal, it got too smushy, and now you can barely read it, so I didn't color it in on the second one. Alright, finally we're on the last page, or the last two pages, which are my layouts for the week. So I'm doing kind of like boxes jumping up, like a square slinky is kind of how I think of it. And then planets. I really liked the planets. They were really cute, so I kind of continued them, plus I knew I could write in them. And yeah, this will be a really cute and colorful page. Also, the stuff on the second page is smaller than the stuff on the first page because I had to fit more stuff in. At this point in the evening, I'm really getting done, and you can tell like there's stuff coming through the page. I accidentally smushed stuff, and I'm like, oh goodness gracious. Yeah. But anyway, you know what? It came out cute. Once I was done, I got over it, but sometimes you're in a project and you just get frustrated and you just want to be done, and that was me. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just wiping the marker off on my hand because the blue is getting into the orange. And I'm trying not to ruin the marker. Earlier in the book, I got like pencil and stuff on the yellow marker, and I cleaned it off on another page. I don't actually know if it works that well, but once you like discolor a light colored one, it can be hard to get it back, and that stinks. So now we're going in, outlining, and writing in all of the days. I also ended up going back in and adding a little blue shadowing to the planet just because I felt like it needed a little bit more color. Now, as usual, we go back to the future log, and I always write in the month with the colors that I used. And that's it. Let's do a final flip through while I say please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, follow me on Instagram. I super appreciate you guys coming by. See you soon.